enough power from this engine. Hi, I'm Alex at TotalHeadturners, and today we've got two beautiful Krendons. We did do a short Krendon video before, but I wanted to do a bit more in-depth one because I don't think people quite realise how special and how good the Krendon manufacturer of Cobras is. So today I'm going to tell you a bit about these two cars that we've got in, chassis number 27 and chassis number 52, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how they're built, the company, and show you just how great these two cars are.
Swing those hips around, can't stop, roll back down, my ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride.
So, Krendon was started by a guy called John Kerr. John was an amazing engineer, designer, developer. He originally started off building cars for people. He built a few Southern Roadcrafts, I believe, and a contemporary classic. On building those cars, he realised how much better they could be if they were done more in the ways of the original AC cars. So he went along and designed a chassis that's almost identical copy to the original, giving you that big tubular chassis like the original semi-competition cars had, and began building the cars. He would only let you put a Ford engine in them. He would only let you have them as authentic as possible, so you won't see a Krendon out there with an injection engine from an LS3 Chevrolet, or you won't see them with 17-18 inch wheels and modern diamond stitch interior. You'll always find a Krendon very authentic, Ford engined, and built in the essence of the original cars. John started doing this probably in the 80s when he first started drawing up the designs and everything for the Krendon. Probably wasn't until the 90s that he actually started to build the cars. Chassis number 1's famously, if people who know, is an aluminium bodied car that was built for a customer. All of the rest of the bodies were a GRP, which is a very thick, strong body shape, very good quality. He originally, on the first 20 odd cars, used AK bodies that were modified, and he then went on to design and make his own SC bodied cars, which I've got two beautiful examples here today. When he started building the cars, he wanted that authentic look. So if you look carefully around the body, especially on the SC, you'll see that the body shape has got slightly more mud guarded front wings. You've got the semi-competition lip on the back. Even the shape of the arches and the way the body shapes, if you go around it in small detail, even little bits down to like how the doors overlap the top of the dashboard, is done how the original cars were. And the attention to detail is massive. The development that John went into in testing everything, redesigning things, drawing everything up with technical drawings and measuring is leagues above a lot of the manufacturers that are out there. Hence why these cars command a higher price. In my eyes, nowhere near as high a price as they should be. John Kerr built around 50 to 60 cars, all numbered, amazing build quality. Unfortunately, John fell ill and passed away a few years ago, and handed the company over to Anthony Hale. Anthony ran a company called Absolute Horsepower and now owns and runs Krendon. He's continued that top build quality, only Ford engines, authentic look, and they're a manufacturer not to be overlooked. Before we take these cars out for a run, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight into the slight differences between the two cars, giving you an idea of the different options that you can have. It's very, very rare to have two Krendons at the same time. They're a rare car as it is, so it's a treat to be able to see and compare two of the numbered cars today. This car's number 52, built by John Kerr. It's a beautiful looking car. I love the fact that it hasn't got any stripes, can be added. You can see when you look in the interior of a Krendon, they're designed and laid out how an original would have been. So you've got the original style seats with black carpets, flat vinyl dashboard, the same as the original. You can see we've got the same chrome handbrake as a real Cobra. We've got the curled gear lever with the T-lifter. And this is exactly how you would expect to see an original 60s Cobra. Even down to the semi-competition cars that didn't have any door cards, these cars been done exactly the same. You've got the single hoop 3-leg roll bar with the join in it, which is a good giveaway that it's an original style roll bar. You can see as you look around here, you can see the roll bar actually comes into the interior of the car, which on most replicas it doesn't. Beautiful wood rim steering wheels. Type 1 indicators, which the original Cobras used, which are a Volkswagen item. And I love the detail of the dashboard, the reverse speedometer, where the speedometer travels in that direction, which gives what the original Cobras had, with all the classic Smiths instruments in the same layout, with the same Lucas switches as we'd have on an original Cobra. Let's show you what's under the bonnet. So, this is a Ford V8. This is a 351. It's a Cleveland engine. So it's a nice big wide V. They're a small block, but they're almost a big block. Around about 5.8 litre this one. You've got the original layout with the original style of header tank, nice big aluminium radiator. If you look carefully down here, you can see these huge chassis rails, which are a copy of the original Cobra chassis. This engine produces more than enough power. I don't have a rolling road printout for it, but it's more than adequate. You've got tubular headers, performance inlet manifold, performance carburettor, big aluminium heads with bigger valves, inlet and outlet, special rockers so you can rev the car harder, and you won't want to go any faster than this engine will push you down the road. Let's open up the engine bay on chassis number 27 and compare them. So, this is also a 351 Cleveland engine, but on this engine, the engine's been stroked out to 6.6 litre. So it'll have a different crank with flatter top Keith Black pistons, taking the capacity of the engine from 5.8 up to around 6.6. Obviously producing masses of more torque, and obviously you can therefore more horsepower. Very similar in the other car, very classically laid out, nice aluminium header tank, and you know, producing more power than the other one. Not that you need it, but for those who want to go even faster, it's there. If you come round to the interior, you can see it's got that same original Cobra layout as chassis number 52. On chassis 27, they've used an original 4-speed top-loader gearbox, same gearbox as in the original Cobras, whereas chassis 52 we looked at first is a 5-speed Tremec. To drive, you'll see when we take them out, the 4-speed you have much longer gears, so you tend to be able to accelerate longer down the straights, which works perfect with a big torquey engine. The 5-speed gearbox is still absolutely brilliant, but will be better for long motorway journeys sitting in 5th gear, whereas the 4-speed top loader gives you that longer acceleration. Lastly, I'd like to show you is the difference in the wheels. So some of you might notice this car's got 16-inch wheels. The 16-inch wheels on this car are a 5-stud bolt-on pattern with a replica aluminium spinner that covers the wheel nuts. This makes the car look like proper knock-on wheels. The 16-inch wheel gives you a slightly bigger wheel, allowing for a slightly smaller tyre. This allows much better fast speed road handling than the original 15s, which I'll show you on the other car now. So chassis 52 has got 15-inch wheels, which is much more original, allows a bigger balloon tyre. It's really good for riding potholes and driving on what are called real roads. Some of the eagle eyes might notice that these are real knock-on wheels. So unlike the other one having 5 bolts that hold the wheels on, these are held on by these proper spinners there, and you can see they're wired, so you can see if they're ever coming loose. that bigger balloon tyre gives you that more original look, and the different options are available on most of the cars. Let's start this one up, take her for a run. Okay, let's get her out on the road and see what she's like. So the engine's cold, so we'll let her warm up a little bit. It's a lovely deep engine noise from the side pipes on this one. So we've got a 5-speed Tremec gearbox. 5th gear is lovely for on the motorway, you can keep the revs down. Very easy gear change. The 351 Ford engines produce lovely low down torque, so we could just tickle her along any gear she'll pull. You can immediately feel with a Krendon how solid and planted the car is. The chassis on them are copies of the original, so they're very big tubes running down the car, very rigid and strong. The way the Krendons are built, the windscreen is part of the chassis. The way it's mounted is slightly different to a lot of the other Cobras. It gives a very rigid feeling to the car. No scuttle shake, no rattles and creaks. Very solid car. Plenty of go by the feel of it. As she warms up, we'll open her up. We've got 15-inch wheels with big balloon Avon tyres on here. So the tyres act like a bit of suspension. The Avon tyres produce lovely grip. The warmer they get, the better they grip. Very period correct. The 15-inch wheels and the Avon tyres give you that original period look and the correct feel of the car as well. Having a Krendon, you're part of a special club. Each car's numbered. This is number 52. If you meet another Krendon owner or people who know Krendons, they'll say, oh, what number have you got? Being only under 70 cars ever built, you're quite an exclusive club. The engine's started to warm up now. So we can see all the gauges. They're laid out the same as an original Cobra, so everything's there in front of you. Being designed as a racing car, you've got the rev counter here, so you can glance and see that all the time. Speedo over there. Your important gauges like water and oil right in front of you. And if you need other info, you've got your other oil gauge, your fuel gauge, and your voltage gauge in the middle. All classic Smiths instruments on a flat dashboard, just exactly the same as the original Cobra. The braking system on a Krendon, a big 4-pot caliper brakes from Jaguar, big vented discs. We've got inboard discs on the back, so stopping's brilliant. A nice balance to the car. Steering's nice and easy. It's not power steering, so when you're moving, you can steer very easily. When you come to a complete stop, you'll have to put more effort in. But if you move the car as you steer, it's very easy to drive around. You don't need to work hard at all. enough power from this engine. Feels easily over 400 horsepower. Power whenever you want it, instant power, any gear, any speed, little bit of throttle and off you go. Couldn't think of anything better to be doing on a sunny day than driving around in a Cobra. And if I could choose any Cobra and money was no object, a Krendon every time. You get the authenticity of a real one, you get the feel and the power of a proper built car, and you become part of a special club of owning one of a handful of rare cars like the Krendon. Is something very special to own and have. For us to have two at the same time is really rare. Of course, I often get carried away blasting around in them. It's very exciting driving a Cobra, and you get carried away wanting to put your foot down, but they'll drive like pussycats. You can steer with two fingers, you can cruise along at low speed, just look good and feel good. But with these big Ford tuned engines in them, you've got more power than you'll ever need. I love this car in the blue with no stripes, just more simple, just chrome and blue, bit of wood rim steering wheel thrown in, just gives you that really clean looks. Often less is more with a Cobra, and the more I go out in them, the more I see of them. I do love a clean Cobra with less going on. Krendon's number 27, so it's an earlier car than the one we just went out in. Beautiful Guards blue with white stripe, very iconic and classic colour, looks absolutely beautiful. The engine in this is a 6.6 litre version of the 351. So it's a stroked engine, so they've put a big different crank in it, flatter top pistons, took the capacity up to 6.6. Immediately adds a lot more torque. The engine's cold, so we're going to let it warm up a little bit. This car's fitted with a 4-speed top loader. It's the original style of gearbox they used in the original Cobras. I love a top loader gearbox for the really long gears. You can literally drive around all day in third. Third gear will do 10 mile an hour, 20 mile an hour, and 90 mile an hour. Very long acceleration. I can feel already lots of torque and power from this engine. The exhaust system on this car is the same original 4-into-1 style side pipes, but a little bit quieter than number 52 we just went out in. Still the loudest car in the high street. Again, another Krendon, beautiful solid chassis. easy steering when you're moving. Got the same classic dashboard, a flat dash with classic layout of dials. We've got a backwards travel speedometer. On the original Cobras, it was famous that the speedometer travels in the opposite direction from normal. And it's a nice little added extra that a lot of the Cobra replicas use. You got these curled gear sticks. The reason for these curled gear sticks was that on the original Cobras, the gearbox came out quite far back in the car. When they were racing them, the further back the gearbox and the engine, the better the balance, and obviously the gear stick would then be in the wrong position. Here, my hand rests on it perfectly with the curled gear stick. It's always in the right place. Lovely torque from this engine. Torquey engine coupled with a 4-speed box makes it really easy to drive, really powerful low down. Plenty of go. Again, Jaguar braking system all round. The big calipers and everything give you lovely stopping power. I did notice just as I was jumping in it, this has got drilled front discs, which aids in dispelling heat. Not a necessity on a road car, but if you're pounding the brakes hard all the time, it'll help them work better for longer. Plenty of punch. We've got slightly bigger 16-inch wheels on this car, with slightly more modern rubber tyres, so brilliant grip. The slightly bigger tyre gives you much better high-speed route manoeuvrability. So if you're changing direction quickly at high speed, the bigger the wheel, the less tyre movement. All Krendons have got fully adjustable suspension. You can adjust the dampening and the ride height. This car can tell by driving, it's a tiny bit softer than the other one, so it's not quite as solid, but for normal driving and fast road driving, it's perfect. Lovely crackle on the overrun as you're easing off the throttle. And as I say, plenty and plenty of power. I'm sure there'll be a difference in performance between the two, with slightly different setup and tune of engine, but in real life, driving on the road, they're both really, really fast. Really fast. You can see Cobras scrub off speed quickly. They go from being phenomenally quick to slowing down even without trying. You don't need to be harsh on the brakes. The aerodynamics of the car is fast because of power to weight. As you let off the throttle, you've got engine braking and aerodynamical braking that slows the car, making them very safe to drive. And you've got really good brakes, so easy to go fast and to slow down. And instant power when you want it. Again, no scuttle shake at all from the car. Lovely firm feeling. The majority of all Krendons are mainly put together in the factory. John Kerr, the original guy who ran the company and started it, if you rang him up and said you want to put a Chevy in the car or want to do a modern LS or injection engine, he'd put the phone down on you. So you won't find a Krendon up till now unless it's got a Ford engine, carburetted, anything from 5 litre up to the big 7, and I've had some stroked 8 litre ones. They're all great to drive. The big block car gives you that real authenticity, but balance of the car, small block always gives you a better balance, a better weighted car, and just as much power for the road. They all put a big smile on your face. I love the riveting on the bonnet against the white bonnet scoop. You can just see the rivets out the corner of your eye while you're watching the road. Get all the sunshine on you. Hope you really enjoyed as much as I did the 2 Krendon Cobras today. You found out a bit more about the manufacturer Krendon. If you're interested in one, give us a call. If a Krendon isn't for you, we've always got a wide selection of Cobras, as you can see around you. We do lots of different manufacturers like Dax, AK, Ram, Pilgrim, Southern Roadcraft. There's many others. Give us a ring, look on the website. It's www.TotalHeadturners.com, or pick up the telephone 01992 573 564.